Hello guys, welcome back. My name is SangeetaMehta and you're watching my channel, my English magazine. This is a teaching grammar in context, why and how. This is also in MA first semester second paper, and there are I explained to you grammar rules are made easier if they are given in a context, and teaching grammar in context provides accuracy in the target language. This article explains why we should teach grammar in context and presents two sample lessons. Index terms: teaching grammar, context, accuracy, communication. Introduction. Grammar is rules of a language. Grammar is a system of meaningful structures and patterns that are governed by particular pragmatic constraints. In another definition, grammar is a description of the rules for forming sentences, including an account of the meanings that these forms convey. In foreign language, accurate understanding of the language structures is the key part. So, teaching grammar is an essential aspect of foreign language instruction. There has always been a debate about the most effective way of teaching grammar. Grammar instruction, though context positively after learners' competence to use grammatical structures accurately in language skills, it is always useful for learner to see how language works in sentences or paragraph. Therefore, teaching grammar in context will give learners opportunities to see how grammatical structures function in sentences. Teaching grammar in context will help learners to acquire nature of the language, which will facilitate their understanding of the language. Why we should teach grammar? Grammar instruction should not be ignored about grammar teaching. Grammar has a newly defined but useful role to play in language teaching and in showing them what it is. To be an effective language user, learner should study grammar because grammar skills will also help learner to organize words and messages and make them meaningful. To establish an effective communication, learners need grammar skills. Therefore, without grammar, speech gets meaningless. Grammar is an essential aspect to communicate effectively. To establish precise sentences, grammar knowledge is essential. In another idea about why teaching grammar is important is writes grammar teaching involves any instructional technique that draws learners' attention to some specific grammatical form in such a way that it helps them either to understand it. So, grammar skills will enable learners to be aware of parts of a language such as verb, nouns. Learners will understand and use the grammatical concepts better if they study grammar. Sentences always have and always will consist of clause with subject and predicates and of words that follow their classes fairly well described as verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Individuals who understand these concepts have a distinct advantage over others where the use of language is involved. Why we should teach grammar in context across the various languages and subsystem of grammar. Perhaps the most widely practiced traditional approach to grammatical instruction has been portrayed as a three present practice product. Long and Doughty, criticizing the three models, state that the traditional approach has some disadvantages. Language is context sensitive. This means that in the absence of context, it is very difficult to recover the intended meaning of a single word or phrase. Brown explains the advantages of context-based teaching as a single sentence can seldom be fully analyzed about considering its context. We use language in stretches of discourse, string many sentences together in cohesive units such that sentences bear interrelationships. Both the production and comprehension of language are a factor in our ability to perceive and process stretches of discourse, to formulate representations of meaning from not just a single sentence. Now, teaching grammar in context provides a meaningful framework connects to really in the targeted language. Byard states that when grammar is studied as arising from context, then a variety of forms emerge as essential to the expression of particular meanings. How to teach grammar in context? In genuine communication beyond the classroom, grammar and context are often so closely related that appropriate grammatical choice can only be made with reference to the context and purpose of the communication. What is important? What is important in this exercise is to choose a text with a high frequency of instances of the targeted grammar terms. This will help learners notice the new item and may lead them to work out the rules by induction. In the second sample lesson, David Riddle teaches two English tenses in a context. They read the text and answer the question, why did Bertrand visit San Francisco? How many people was he with? Why did they stop eating? A special offer, Abibus have been producing top class cars. Using this text, present perfect and perfect progressive tenses are taught. The teacher highlights the perfect sentences in the text and following the steps given above, these two tenses can be presented to learner of English. Conclusion. Grammar instruction is a difficult issue in language teaching. Teaching grammar through context will help learners perceive the structures of the language effectively. So guys, this is the conclusion, and you're watching my channel, My English Magazine. This is also available on YouTube, on Google and Twitter, Facebook. My English Magazine is the name, and also Instagram and my blogger. My name is SangeetaMehta and you're watching my channel, My English Magazine. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.